so mad right now. This is so stupid. It's bugged. I think I'm done.
There's no such thing as a good TF2 achievement. Except for this one, because the name has the word balls in it. But other than that, they all suck. You probably already watched 100 videos about these things, so I hope you're ready to watch the 101th, because, like just about everyone else, I don't have every TF2 achievement, but I'm gonna get the rest, including what I believe to be the worst achievement in TF2. But first, we gotta start small.
Alright, I'm out. Oh god.
Don't touch sandwich is a really simple achievement. So simple, in fact, that I'm already done. But it's a good starting point, because even though we have just started, everything is downhill from here. The next one I tried was upper hand, and this one is deceptively hard. I started out using the direct hit and almost got 3 people with 1 crit rocket within 5 minutes of trying.
Oh!
But I didn't.
No!
I tried and failed for another 30 minutes before realizing that there was actually another achievement for doing the exact same thing but with the airstrike, so I could get both at the same time. Why didn't anyone tell me? Whatever. Point is, if I got these two, I'd probably never have to play soldier ever again. At one point I had racked up 8 airstrike rockets to use, but I didn't get to use any of them because my game crashed. Yeah, my game crashed. I can literally only show you the part where I actually get the achievement because I already showed you the single time I got anywhere close.
I got it! Holy shit,
Yay,
that was
you got through.
crazy. Oh my god.
And I never played soldier ever again.
Okay, next achievement, I need equalizer kills.
Alright, I lied. I played soldier again. My duty calls you flush. So yeah, my next goal was to get equalizer kills, but I specifically had to do it while I had less than 25 health.
Oh, this sucks.
This usually meant purposefully injuring myself and then waddling straight toward the bad guys with my stupid pickaxe out. And surprisingly, that worked. But I needed more. And you want to know the thing that got in my way the most? My own medic.
No, why? No, stop. No, stop. Stop it. Stop it. Don't heal me. Stop, you mother...
Sometimes it was the pickaxe itself.
No! I'm going for it.
Other times it was both the pickaxe and the medic.
No! Stop it!
Sometimes it was sticky bombs.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And sometimes it was sticky keys.
I'm dead.
I only had to change lobbies once, which is good because there was something special about this bad water lobby.
I hope you guys are ready to juju on that beat. We cannot win unless you juju on that beat. It is a necessary thing to do. You have to do it, okay? You have to juju on that beat.
And I haven't explicitly mentioned this yet, but the equalizer's pretty bad. Doesn't help when the person using it isn't the smartest either.
I think somebody forgot to juju on that beat.
But everything worked out in the end, and I never played soldier again.
Let's go, I got it.
For real this time. I think now is a good time to let you guys know something that you might already know. Many of TF2's achievements are bugged, or they're extremely picky to the point that it feels like they're bugged. An example being For Your Eyes Only. This achievement almost made me pull my hair out, but thankfully I'm bald. It wants you to throw a cigarette over a person's body, so why doesn't it give it to me when I do that? I cut out a bunch of footage, but Spy probably has like super cancer or something by now. Honestly, some of these are my fault. Like, what did I think I was going to accomplish here?
Oh no!
But I eventually learned, and it still didn't work.
I didn't get it. How is that not it? I'm so mad!
Because the trick is in the freeze cam part, and the trick to getting that is to just fucking guess.
Work. God.
But did you know that achievements being bugged can actually be a good thing too? For example, Karate Chop. An achievement that, in my opinion, is actually really difficult. You have to first cover 3 people with Karate, and then kill all 3 with the kukri. Not the P-knife, the kukri. Getting 1 kill isn't so bad, but 3 feels damn near impossible. I was able to get pretty close. Once. After trying for like 2 hours. Because of this, I came up with a plan. to wait until my team won, so then I would have guaranteed crits to use on defenseless people. And as you can see, that plan worked really well. I was fully prepared to be stuck on this one for days. What made it even more difficult was the fact that many of the games I was in they were acting up, they were lagging, and therefore haunted.
Ow! Who just shot me? Is there a sniper in there? There is, and I can't see him. I'm gonna have to guess. Yeah, I can't see him. I got him. You gonna kill me?
I was almost able to cheese it at the start of this round, but this spy ruined that.
No, you fuck.
So I came up with another plan.
Alright, maybe we should just keep joining like fresh games. Find one that's friendly, ruin it. It's mean. I don't know if this like, counts anymore.
Come on, at this point, there's really nothing you could do about it.
We'll see. I'll keep trying.
Other than just... At this point, you're just banging your head on a brick wall.
Oh yeah, that's the point.
Remember, we're supposed to be talking about bugs. The secret to this achievement is that to get it, you don't have to get it.
What? How did I get that? How did I get that?
So thank you, bugs, for making this one easy. I hope the opposite doesn't happen later. I really hope that doesn't happen. It would really suck if the achievements later were bugged and I couldn't get them.
Shit, this guy's still doing Gangnam Style. I didn't change it.
If you know me, which you probably don't, I don't ever play medic. His secondary weapon doesn't even do any damage. Basically, there's a few medic achievements I don't have. I first had to tackle the 2 healing achievements, Intern and Specialist. Getting 7,000 healing and 1 life for Intern was pretty easy since this thing exists. I wanted to get both in one go, but my game crashed. I'm pretty sure I spent more time in the scoreboard trying to figure out how much more healing I needed than I did not in the scoreboard. This seriously felt like the longest life ever. And I died, and was still 1,000 healing short. I don't know how I could possibly get this achievement now.
I got it. All I did was heal people.
Oh yeah, also this is the first of many times where we find out that the game is rigged. This is the most unfair death I've ever had. Then we're left with Blastocyst and Medical Breakthrough. Some actually interesting achievements which require some strategizing. One possible strategy for Blastocyst is to find a payload lobby filled with bots.
Oh my god, Dick Ligma!
In reality though, equipping the Kritzkrieg is the most strategizing you'll probably need for this one.
Oh, yes!
We did it.
We did it. Let's go.
Medical Breakthrough, on the other hand, is pretty difficult. In order to blow up 5 engineer buildings with 1 demo Uber, you have to first find 5 engineer buildings that are close to each other. And that is what makes this achievement difficult. So I initially had the idea of just working on different achievements and then doing this one when the opportunity presented itself. But that ended up taking way too long. Instead of playing hours and hours to find a game where engineers just happen to build 5 buildings next to each other, I should be going to maps where that's normal. And the first 3 places I thought of were this part on Dust Bowl 2nd, this area of Frontier, and of course, here. But as it turns out, none of that matters, because this happened. So, I was playing solo when I found this, looking for people using the base jumper, but I had an idea.
Pete? Are you able to join TF2 right now? Okay, we have 1 slot, and hopefully...
Oh, I got him. I got him.
Let's go! Okay, I need you to go demo with a sticky bomb launcher.
Okay.
This is very important. Alright, now we leave the server because we're the biggest dicks in the world.
I was now finished with medic achievements, but the grind wasn't over. It was actually only beginning, because I had around 500 sentry kills to get. For the achievement Breaking Marant, 3 of those 500 sentry kills were to be with the Wrangler, and on snipers. As expected, this one is pretty easy. The only problem is that it's really easy to get interrupted by other players when you're trying to do it.
FIshtank viewers, if you reach this part of the video, make sure to leave a comment of which McDonald's item is your favorite.
That wasn't so bad. They practically gave that one to me. Anyway, now all I have to do is play nothing but engineer for several days. Thankfully though, there were other achievements I could do at the same time. Repairing other people's buildings was an easy enough achievement to get. I was always looking out for stickies next to buildings for the achievement How the Pests Was Gunned, but after a little bit I found out that friendly buildings does include my own buildings. So whenever I would see random stickies lying around, I would place something next to them and destroy them, which is how I eventually sped up the completion of this one.
Now anytime I see stickies next to a friendly building, I'm not gonna shoot them. I'm gonna leave them.
Alright, so here's the deal. I gotta go for a bit. Hopefully this selection of lukewarm clips I got from grinding sentry kills will tie you over for a while. It has nothing to do with the ice cream truck that's outside right now.
What's up?
Alright, I'm back. So I specifically stopped at 4,999 because obviously the last one has to be special. Remember this clip from my other video? I was going to try and recreate this, but this motherfucker spy decides to walk by my unwrangled sentry, undisguised, and ruin the whole thing. This was all his fault and not mine.
Fucking ruined.
Okay, who cares? The next achievement I had was Bomb Squatty, and this one was quite the challenge. The goal is to destroy 10 sticky bombs with the shotgun in 1 life, so we need a strategy. Most importantly, to find sticky bombs. Ask yourself, where do you find a lot of sticky bombs? Dust Bowl. You find them at Dust Bowl. So I ran around looking for bombs and counting in my head like some kind of math nerd, and I got really close a couple times, but there's no trophy for getting close.
Oh my god, no! Oh. There's a TF2 screenshot somewhere on my computer of a control point. Editor Doug, you know which one I'm talking about. I wish I could be in that game.
It took an ungodly amount of Dust Bowl, but I finally caught my lucky break as someone on the other team equipped the Scottish Resistance. You can tell I was pretty excited based on this file name. My bad, wrong clip. And then I really never played Soldier ever again.
God damn.
What? Do you not believe me or something? Okay, I'm on Soldier for the next Soldier achievement. So this one is extremely fun. Valve knew that people would love using the base jumper, so they made this achievement requiring you to parachute 19.47 miles as the soldier. If I do the math in my head, 19.47 miles is about 31.33392768 kilometers for all you metric system people. That's a lot of distance. For reference, you would have to stack about 100 football fields on top of each other. Though it would probably have to be even more than that, because I'm not very good at stacking football fields. So I sat there at the first point of Swiftwater and just parachuted around while everyone else had fun. They even tried to kick me for it. And there was a guy playing Plants vs. Zombies music over voice chat. Do you think this is what the devs intended? I very quickly realized this was way too inefficient, so I immediately started cheating. You can get all mad and stuff that I didn't do this the really boring way, but have you considered that this is also the really boring way? See, I let it play for barely 10 seconds. You were probably already bored. Alright, we got it. I really hope we don't have to do that again. Operation High Dive is an achievement that is the exact same fucking thing but on Demo Man instead. This time around though, I grew some stones and was not going to use any console commands. I'm still going to use public higher tower servers though. The plan is extremely simple. You go up and then come back down. A couple times. Parachuting from top to bottom on higher tower takes about 3 minutes and gets you about 20,000 inches. Why is it in inches? So it will only take me about 3 hours of this, and I bet it's going to be really fun and exciting. And that's exactly what I did. In 20 years, I'll probably thank myself that I cheesed these, because if I didn't, I'd probably still be doing them 20 years later. I'm not going to say I had nothing better to do, because I absolutely had better things to do.
We're about to get 1 million. Hey. Oh. Game crashed.
As I neared the end of the achievement, I knew there was something I had to do.
Eighth grade is friggin' crap.
I knew that there was a second thing I had to do.
I've never actually bothered doing this ever, but I'm gonna do it now. Cause, alright, wait, how do you do it? Alright, now we wait for someone to walk by. That was so worth it.
Finally, we are on to the MVM Achievements. We're getting close to having all 5 billion TF2 achievements. First up was Ghost in the Machine, which with randoms can be kind of challenging, if you're not me, because I got really lucky. You have to wait for a robot with the bomb to travel all the way to the hatch, and then teleport to spawn with a canteen and kill it within 5 seconds. I came prepared though, with 3 canteens. And I'm coincidentally playing Scout. He's pretty fast, I think. And then, these 2 robots slip past everyone in the sentry. So I let one pass. I can't believe I was the only one who saw this. I'll prove it too. So then, I waited for my moment, all the while praying that no one else would kill him.
I got it. I got the achievement as well. I baited our whole team for an achievement.
The only other MVM achievement that seemed doable with randoms was Heavy Metal. Another one where you have to wait for a robot to bring the bomb all the way to the end before stopping it. I'm noticing a pattern here. I still had a handful of MVM achievements left, but thankfully they were pretty easy to knock out with my government-mandated MVM party. The first was Spam Blocker, which requires you to defend the hatch from robots who are about to deliver the bomb. This is the same achievement as the last 2 I did. I figured there was definitely an easiest way to do this one, and yeah, this certainly worked. Then I went to the hole to go push robots in the hole. Do I really gotta say anything else?
What are these guys doing? Do you wanna air blast these towards me? Yo, look at that! Oh,
That was
shit.
smooth.
That was sick. I think that's it. Let's go, I got it.
We then had to destroy 2 tanks within 5 seconds of each other. Another easy one that only requires a tiny bit of coordination. It's pretty hard to mess this one up.
No,
Don't kill the
don't
tank. Don't kill. Don't. Chris.
Chris.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Afterwards, we went to Manhattan to go push more robots in holes. Only this time, instead of only myself going pyro, we all went pyro because it's a team achievement. It says team right there.
Huge.
Hey.
Huge.
Bank on it is an achievement that I don't really like, but it's alright since I'm a really good sniper and I never miss any of my shots.
If I missed.
In my defense, I had high ping. I was also playing with inverted controls, and I was wearing like 3 blindfolds. Big robot! This is the part where I actually got the achievement, and it doesn't make any sense, because how is this a headshot? Also, someone picked up the money. Doesn't this go against the requirements? Whatever, I don't even care anymore.
Look, I'm gonna walk up to them and they're gonna be like friendly and peaceful and they won't shoot me.
I don't know, man. They're looking pretty angry.
Oh wow.
They're friendly.
You're such a people person.
Yeah, see, then they're not pacified by his masculine aura.
Sly Voltage is pretty easy, but unfortunately we weren't on Empire Escalation, so I couldn't do it on that one wave with like a billion crit heavies. But thankfully we were already at a wave where there was still a large number of crit heavies, and I was able to get it there. And we never faced any problems getting to this part of the wave, ever. All that's left is 3 infamous MVM achievements: T1 Million, Silicon Slaughter, and most importantly, Metal Massacre. After all my time playing MVM throughout the years, I only had about a quarter of the 100,000 robot kills needed for Silicon Slaughter. I'd have to play the equivalent of like 70 more tours, though there's actually a much simpler method, and it's called a jump cut.
Alright, so the jump cut worked. I'm currently at 99,900 robot kills. I have not slept in ages. I've been playing MVM non-stop for like 20, maybe 30 minutes.
Surprisingly, the jump cut worked for T1 Million too. Now all we're left with is Metal Massacre, widely regarded to be the hardest achievement in TF2 because killing a million robots takes ages. I'm not crazy enough to spend several hundred hours doing this one, but I'm also not lame enough to use an achievement unlocker. I'll just jump cut instead.
Is that it? Oh. Cool.
And there we go. That's the rest of the achievements I needed. But I can't help but feel like I'm forgetting something. Remember how I mentioned earlier that I was looking for people using the base jumper? Well, that's because I needed Flight Cancelled, an achievement which requires you to kill 25 parachuting players with headshots. My strategy was to try for everything else and only switch over to sniper when I found someone using a parachute. Problem is, who the hell uses the base jumper? And if they do, who the hell uses the base jumper for more than a couple lives? Between the start and end of recording this video, I got 2 kills. I tried everything, like queuing for different maps. I even found myself on a Hightower server advertising free sex.
Where's the free sex? Where's my free sex? Where's my free sex? Not seeing any free sex. Do you have the free sex? Do you have the free sex?
I firmly believe that Flight Cancelled is more difficult than Prime Cuts. Why? Because I already have Prime Cuts. If we ignore February 16, 2020, which is a day that we won't talk about. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I was just going really hard on the achievements on February 16. Prime Cuts I got a little bit earlier than that, but you can't make a video about a bunch of hard achievements without talking about Prime Cuts. So I did it again. It took me less than an hour. I think I deserve getting lucky just this once. Funnily enough, the demo gib here would have fulfilled the achievement Eagle Eye, but I already got it earlier. I actually set my FOV to be the lowest setting possible to make it easier, and you can hear how excited I was to do this.
This is horrible.
Anyway, if we ignore the unobtainable achievements and the ones that are so ridiculous that they're jokes at this point, the real worst achievement is Flight Cancelled, in my opinion. It combines 5 of the worst things about achievements. You have to do the same thing over and over again. It's bugged despite not appearing like it's bugged. It involves one of the hardest items to find someone using. It uses the British spelling of a word. And lastly, it sucks and I hate it. I really wanted to finish this video, so I artificially set the achievement to 24 out of 25, and it still didn't work. I got so many headshots that didn't count, and I can't figure out why. Sometimes it took me 6 hours to find one person in a game using the base jumper, and even then, there was no guarantee that I would actually headshot them, or if it would even count if I did. A lot of the time, the only person I could find using the base jumper was on my team. Let me put into perspective how rigged this game is against me. Remember that double cross game where I got screwed out of my 5,000th sentry kill being really freaking cool? Well, there was a guy using the base jumper on the other team in that game. But it's too bad that I got auto-balanced onto his team. I even thought about how ridiculous it was that I started with only 5 kills on this achievement. There's no way I'd only killed 5 parachuting players with headshots when I started making this video. Actually, I take it back, there's definitely a way. Wait a second, maybe it's the hot dog.
Oh my god, it was the fucking hot dog.
I feel like for half of these achievements I'm cheating, but I guess that's just part of how you do TF2 achievements. Because they're so poorly designed, the intended method is just so stupid that cheating is better. Cheating for every achievement would have made for a terribly boring video, but doing some of these the intended way and spending several weeks or even years on them would have probably been just as boring. And all of this stuff has been said countless times before. The topic of TF2 achievements has already been talked to death long before I decided to come along and help kill it even more. So what really matters is the answer to the question, did I at least have fun? Nope. Okay, so now the only achievement I truly have left is Blockbuster. For those of you who don't know, you can't get this one the intended way anymore. You can still cheat it in, but if this video gets 100,000 views, I'll consider it done. So I'll just be waiting for that. Just takes a little patience. Alright, I'm done waiting. I'm just gonna cheat it in.